St. George's is a youth development agency that prides itself in helping kids discover the passion that lies within them, fanning that flame and helping them execute on their dream as best we can. Our goal is to embrace, educate, and empower youth in Louisville. St. George's was a dragon slayer. I think that's where the name comes from. We are an urban mission of the Episcopal Diocese in our roots.
St. George's Scholar Institute is an organization that caters to middle and high school youth. Our focus here at St. George's is to give them options in terms of their future. We're aggressive about letting them know that we're here to support them on whatever track that they decide to do, be it starting their own business, going to college, or a trade.
Where we used to be more of a toolbox that had different types of tools in it, we have kind of centered our focus on every young person that we come in contact, embracing them where they are, doing our best to educate them or get them educated both, through the school system and scholastically, but also, give them a world view, a world perspective, a community view of how they grow, how they fit in, and put them on a track to success.
Well, my initial reason for going there was because of basketball gym, free food, video games, all the other, fun activities and things they had to offer. It exposed me to all different types of things that I would have, with my family situation, we would have never been able to do on our own. So it took me to my first ever NBA game, Lakers and Pacers in Indianapolis, which might have been my first time even going to Indianapolis, honestly. So been to, the Underground Railroad Museum in Cincinnati. So
I first was introduced to St. George's as a summer intern, and it changed my life. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And the experience, almost to the point where you can't even put it in words.
And I found out about St. George's, was extremely excited about it because I love the work that you all are doing and have been doing in the community. And I started as a Freedom School intern, servant leader intern with the Children's Defense Fund. And I found out about that opportunity, and as soon as I heard that you were involved, I was like, I'm there. It was my first teaching opportunity. It changed my life.
I was introduced to St. George through my mom. She's always been very disciplined for me, so she had me in Black Achievers, the Lincoln Foundation, and St. George's when I was a kid. I started with their summer camp Freedom School, and then that kind of generally progressed to more after-school activities and things like that.
Years ago, I had transferred from Tennessee State to University of Louisville, and in that transition, I was looking for a summer job. So we were staying on beach, and St. George actually having a summer camp at Maupin Elementary, and it was literally walking distance from where I was staying that summer. And a couple of my friends was already over. The people I went to high school with was already working at St. George. So when I kind of linked back up, I asked him, man, I got some more opportunities over there. Like, you got to talk to Arthur. So I went over there, introduced myself. He was like, man, I don't know if I can pay you right now, but you can definitely come do the work. Well, the work was always my passion anyway. So at that point, signed up and showed up. I was called the X Factor that summer because it really didn't have a title or a position. So wherever they needed me, I was just there, whatever needed to be done, from giving out lunches, dismissal, if I had to take over a class, walking kids to and from the bathroom. So it just gave me an opportunity to be in a space full of kids in a program that was very, very structured and organized.
Hopefully they will, look to reinvest in the community that poured so much into them.
What we were doing and how we were pouring into the youth was just, of course it was just us coming to work, but man, we loved them hard, and day in and day out, just making sure that they were good.
So I utilized, being from the West and being also from the South End and coming from a single parent household and all of the experiences that I went through, I was able to really, hone in on that and stay true to my story and help to just share it and hope to empower other children and other people.
So that's the part that I love the most, is just being that positive role model, being that person in their life that they can think that, you impacted my life in some way. And I always feel like if we can help one, we did our job.
I felt like St. George's was it wasn't something that just to do. It was like I had to go to St. George today. I felt it was necessary for me to go to St. George after school. But what I enjoy most about it, just the fun. Just keep it simple. I just really enjoy, my time here.
Like, when I was a kid, I liked different things than like what I did now. Like when I was a kid, the thing that was awesome was like getting prizes and stuff like that. And then just like having a place that wasn't as strict as school really was. So it was nice just to kind of like have that little bit more of an avenue to just kind of be a kid again. I realized like how important of a foundation it was, especially just for like not only my growth as a professional and my growth as like a student, but also like my growth as a person, especially like a Black person dealing with the predominantly white institutions, mainly growing up in predominantly white schooling and now predominantly white business and career field with engineering. It's nice to have that foundation where I still kind of know where my roots came from.
We're really excited about our Urban Arts Institute and then our college and career readiness program.
The Urban Arts Institute is a entrepreneurship incubator centered around the arts. So we're working with future photographers, videographers, DJs, clothing designers, and audio engineers. The purpose of the program is to use the arts as a launching pad to entrepreneurship.
Our summer program where we bring people into our tent for the first time. Kids and families are brought into our tent at a very young age. And as they grow up and go through our after-school programming and get into college and career readiness and those activities in the Urban Arts Institute and those activities, we try to graduate them and make sure they have a track to go on to, whether it's college or, like I said, a career. Many of our younger kids are starting businesses early. They're DJing, they're creating apparel, photography. So it's a number of different things that we're, consistently building upon.
The Urban Arts Institute was formed because Arthur saw the need to create something that the kids liked outside of going to your traditional college. We realized that not every kid is college bound. And so he looked at options in terms of entrepreneurship, and so with other entrepreneurship programs going on, didn't want it to be like just any other entrepreneurship program. We realized that the kids actually like to create their own music. They like to take their own pictures. And so we compiled those different elements into the program and put some entrepreneurship training around it. And boom, there was Urban Arts Institute.
I feel like every seed that I've sown over the last 5 years is out of the roots of St. George, right? I feel like they are definitely the foundation of all the good work.
St. George has really been helpful for me because I feel like a lot of the aspects that instill what it means to be a good person, you can learn through this institution.
I'm currently an educator at JCPS, so I've been teaching 5th grade for about 6 years, 5-6 years. And it impacted me. I currently teach in the West End of Louisville, so just being able to be at a program like St. George's and pour into inner city youth, and then now I'm like, nope, this is where I belong, this is where I need to be. And it just really helped me to prepare me to love and meet our children where they are and understand how much representation matters. And it just, I wake up every single day and I want to go to work just because of how I was impacted being a part of St. George's, being able to see, how our children, transition through their lives when they are able to be a part of a program like St. George's. So it's just like, man, it's important. And that love that you give, really, I guess it's no matter where you are, but just understanding the love that they need. And just being able to give it so much and be able to kind of transition into my professional position and just give the same love and meet my students where they are and their families where they are, and just do all that I can each and every day, make sure that they're good.
This is a 57-year-old nonprofit. It's been serving families since the 60s. And so, thousands upon thousands of lives have been impacted by donors, impacted by partnerships, and the staff that have, walked through the doors of St. George's and try to serve. So it's huge, it's everything. Partnership is everything.
So to date, we've had 2 cohorts. At the end of this month, we'll be wrapping up our second one. But the first one, we had a lot of great success come out of that cohort. We have a DJ that was featured on a national platform with national recording artist, That Girl Lele. She also has a contract with Nickelodeon. And so not only did she DJ for That Girl Lele, but she's actually going on tour with her as well. In addition to that, we've had a number of other DJs featured on the news, on radio stations, and all of that great stuff.
Partnerships are essential. Donors are essential to keeping a nonprofit like St. George's alive. I just want to say thank you to all of our donors, all of our partners, most importantly, all the families that trust us with their children. Because trusting, putting your trust in an organization and the people in that organization to help raise these babies into young people, raise these young people into young adults, and help raise these young adults into successful citizens here in Louisville and beyond is what we love to do.
I am St. George.
I am St. George's.
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 I am St. George's.